What's up guys, this is CoachDonny with ElevateYourself.org. We are about to play Darkside for the second time. This game is especially important because it will determine who will take the last spot in playoffs. Remember that only the top 6 teams out of a total of 9 teams make playoffs. Also, if you haven't seen the last game against Oasis, make sure that you watch that game first by clicking up here because another interesting thing happened that affects this game, and I don't want to spoil that for you. Remember during the last game, our libero Brandt jammed all 4 of his fingers trying to pass a ball. He was able to play through the last game, but his fingers started to feel worse. Plus, we had our 9-man nationals tournament coming up this weekend, and we didn't want him to risk not playing for his team during this weekend. So he sat this game, and our middles had to play all the way around. The funny part is I didn't tell him how important this game was because I didn't want him to feel guilty for sitting the game out. The good news is we just have to win one of these games to secure a spot for playoffs. So let's see if we can do it without our libero. Even though we just lost that game, we just found out that as long as we lose this next game by no more than 7 points, we can still make playoffs. Of course, our goal is to win, but this takes off a little bit of pressure because all we have to do is keep it close. It's hilarious that it came down to this type of game, and I hope that the suspense is killing you right now. We made it to playoffs! It's so hilarious that it came down just to a few points, which shows that every point mattered not just in this game, but every game before this one. This is also why it's important to try your hardest on every single point, because you never know when it's going to come down to points, and it's just a good habit to have to make yourself better and to make your teammates better. The other funny part about this game is Fred, one of the middles from Darkside, has also subbed for my NCVA team and is a good volleyball friend of mine. You can check out his highlight video by clicking up here because he's a pretty solid middle. Not many of his teammates have seen us play before, and they consist of a bunch of tall NCAA players. So before the game, I was joking with Fred to tell his team that we're short, not very athletic, and we suck at hitting lines. I was walking by his team during their pregame huddle and overheard Fred telling his team not to underestimate us and don't be deceived by our height or hitting lines. That just made me laugh my ass off. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this game and the suspense. We'll see what happens next week during playoffs.